Alright, hand rush. Let me... Right, back to the avatar screen. Okay. Like this. Okay. See here. Alright. Oh, wow. That's quite a long one. Here we are. Bring it back up. Alright. Stop. And this can be for next time. Well, I'm not exactly in a pinch for time right now, so depending on how long it is. What started playing? What the fuck is this? Oh, that's what's playing. Jeez. I hate when that happens. I really do. Sometimes when I go to maneuver, sometimes when I go to maneuver things from my main, window for, my main window for my YouTube stuff.
Hey, Choddy.
That one, yeah, that'll be for next time, but I will pull it up. Yeah, some of the times when I go to pull up something from one of my pages, it decides that it wants to show off for both. Or, yeah, so if I go to drag something from one of my YouTube pages, or one of my browser tabs, and I go to drag it into the other one, it sometimes clicks and decides it wants to instead show off the entire thing. I don't know why it does this, but it does. It's annoying. I don't like when it does that. Okay, so that's that. This is second. There should be 3. All right. And the third one. No. Okay. Oh wow, some of these are really really close in time. All right. Oh, and we got another image. All right. We would like that not to occur. Okay. Let me check on that. Oh, right. The thing about that, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. Let's just open the page back to live. This thing. So, I did in fact see that they have, that there's gonna be that event. So what we're gonna do is, oh, excuse me. Oh god, jeez. All right. What do you? Yeah, the 2 different events: the Ultraman collaboration, and then the Gridman, Ultraman and Gridman events, collaboration stuffs, and then we'll we'll go from these. I decided to put all of the short ones, so we'll end on the Isotope Wars Part 0. We'll end on that one. So let's get started with the reaction. Yay! Cool. Alright. This is open beta. Oh, nice. In our eyes. Nice. Interesting. Capture? Oh, okay. That's useful to have. Okay. And is the volume good? Okay. Wait a moment. Him? Alright. Alright then. Well, tomorrow? Eh? Alright. There I go forward. Now I bishop stop. Then fire. Alright then. Alright. That's already locked. Already. That. Interesting. Oh no, massive tear through the to the parachute. That's never moves. All right then. That was rather interesting. I think the last time I think it had the same visuals, but I think the last one had no captions or anything like that. So that was cool. All right, and we got a an Arknight's contingency contract thing. So we'll go see what this is. What is this? I assume this is what, an event, right? Some sort of the event season, I guess. Is that what the contingency contracts are? Snap. What? Alright then. Okay then. Other AK stuff. Okay. Alright. Screamo. Let me go back. I got back to town circuit. Okay, I didn't actually miss anything. Okay. I thought I might have. Well, that's really an interesting little symbol. I want to try to make something like that. Not play anything. Let me. It was 2 other Arknight stuff. Okay. That one was a lot shorter than I would have expected. Okay, we want it right over here. More Brandon, her allies. I don't know, it's more lies that were made about Brandon or just more going over and just proving once again the lies that were already told of Brandon. But, yeah. Alright, let's see. What is this? Alright, yeah.
父の語った英雄の国ミノスと母国の橋渡しとして負った使命を果たすべく異国の舞台に私は立つアークナイツアテニス復讐記
Alright then. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but sure. Okay. And then we have this one, which yeah. Minos. Let's see.
Next, let us hear the tale of a hero, and of Minos, land of heroism itself, and the foundation of its history.
Alright.
It all begins with the city of Athenius.
Alright.
Long ago, in the distant past, before shrines to the heroes graced the gardens, the foreign feet trampled its fertile soil. Hands more used to plows and pens now took up arms, as the blood of their compatriots stained the fields and clogged the canals.
Alright.
Amidst the wailing and gnashing of teeth, there came a poet and vagrant, G of the name Garacera. No, heroes do not start as heroes. She was simply a child, fleeing the war. Desperation and fear drove her to Mount Himnoi, where she fell to the ground, her strength exhausted. Through blurred eyes, she saw the mountain split open. A hero has courage beyond his fellow man, spake the mountain. Yes, the mountain spoke to her, telling her tale after tale of the heroes, filling Garacera's breast with heroic spirit.
Alright.
Bidding her bruised hands to raise her war harp once again.
Interesting.
What enemy cannot be defeated? What tusk beast could devour a mountain? Fate is a curious thing. At times, all you need to become a hero is simple opportunity. Garacera's epics echoed across the Aegean plains.
Alright then.
She recounted the mountain's tales. And in turn, the epics told of her own story.
Alright then.
Garacera had won the people a crucial victory, and in their thirst to become heroes themselves, they headed for the gardens surrounding the mount. And so, Athenius became Minos' first city. There, that is the legend of ancient Athenius' founding. While there might be a few fanciful elements to it, all Minoan legends are like that.
Interesting.
Our museum will open its special Minoan exhibit this year, and I'll be going to the new Athenius city soon to launch a cultural exchange program. Did I forget anything? Insert joke here to lighten the mood? Never mind. No time for that.
Alright then.
So, welcome you all to Valja Vanderbad Museum's special exhibit, where you can experience the charm of Minoan epics and heroic culture.
Alright then. Relatively interesting. An interesting tale. Let me pull up the final video again. Oh, that's just a, that is a channel in and of itself. Okay. I will just pull this up here at the end again. Good. All right, so we're up to the Girls Front Line, the PV. All right, let's view. All right.
私たちどこかで？ 勘違いでは？
Okay, got a rifle. Good. Alright then.
今回も私の勝ちね。じゃあ約束通りもらってくわね。
Why? Oh yeah, I've already seen this. Or at least, I think I've seen this when there was no, yeah, I think I've seen this one before, right? I didn't have, the subtitles, but I think I've seen it before. Chinese version without subs. Yeah. Okay. I thought so. It looked so. Like the moment that I basically saw the character with the things on their way, I saw immediately that yeah, I had already seen that one.
任務完了。さて、次の任務はイエローエリアね。あの人に会うのが今から楽しみね。久しぶり。昔と変わらないわね。今の私はローレライ。この新しい名前をあなたの体に刻み込んであげる。その目、好きよ。もうちょっと素直になろっか。
Alright then. And then we've got the next one, which is the outfit, which we actually get a mention and later a glimpse of her during the event, since that one was supposed to come after this. Ah, lovely. Okay, and this is the other outfit. Or like whisper outfit, I guess. Alright then.
必要な時はいつでも私の部屋に来てね。痛いの？ここからが本番よ。
Alright.
もう逃げられないよ。まだ降参しちゃダメ。
Alright then. I guess that's interesting that it has a special outfit effect. Interaction. There's them. Alright then.
その目、好きよ。もうちょっと素直になろっか。あら、あなたも意外と楽しんでいるみたいね。こういう指揮官も好きだから。この日を待ってたから、もう我慢できないの。いいでしょ。指揮官、ゆうべどんな夢を見たの？
Alright then, I guess. Not at all surprised by that being an outfit. Not at all surprised. And let's see, this is Klukai's Indigo Oath outfit. Alright. And this one's like a kind of wedding-like outfit, I guess.
あなただからこそ
At least I
10
assume
年経
that's
っても
kind of the
変わらないも
intended
のがあるのでしょうね。好きや
thing they're supposed to more or less remind people of
現実を知りなさい。
a wedding dress. More or less.
ハンデをあげる。降参するなら今のうちよ。
First one. Ah. Interesting. Okay, so there's again the interactions, which enough. lighting effects. That's kind of interesting. Oh.
私は初めから
Waiting for certificate you didn't sign. Switch turbo back. Oh, okay. We'll just go back. I don't know, 30 seconds. We'll go a little bit further back just to be safe. You're back? Okay.
降参するなら今のうちよ
Alright. Didn't realize that there was the ad there. Okay. Alright. Done. Alright, done. Yeah. This effect's a rather interesting one.
私は初めからあなたへ永遠に尽くすと決めていました
Alright, then.
いつまでもそばにいますしいつまでもその手を握ります今から二人だけの時間
Alright,
を
then.
楽しみましょう
Alright. Yeah, something they do again for general view. Alright, then. It's a rather interesting thing. Oh, is there anything else before we get to the long one that you wanted me to do? This is... assume this is like a short film? One moment. Okay. While you do that, I am going to copy this and get that. That is going to be the link for it in both the YouTube and the Twitch, so everyone can go to either of those places to gain. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. That should be everything. So, alright. I will wait the 1 moment, and then we will begin. Oh boy. Today's been an interesting one today. Alright. I'm rather excited for a few things. Hopefully the next stream I'll be able to hopefully get started sooner, so I'll be able to actually get everything done as I desire it. I'm gonna assume that the 1 moment is partially for images of the old outfits. I'm going to assume so. Because it does seem to be about the standard, is that a lot of the new outfits that they're making for Girls Frontline are based partly off of old outfits. And so while they may have a new design, they also then get outfits based off of old outfits or their old base outfit. Seemingly fairly both standard. Bum bum ba ba dum bum 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 bum. Alright. Full compilation. Okay. This is a compilation of the Isotope Wars pilot miniseries, I guess. First line. Oh, okay. Well, in any case, between the proceeds from the sales of our produce to Mokosh, the support from Ms. Lori, and the payment from Leslie. We can actually afford to be picky about what we're buying. I want our stock of frames to be able to hold out through several high-intensity battles, even if it means having to cut back on other expenses. Currently, the amount we have to spend on frames is roughly, before her very eye lies a shocking absence. The place on the desk where the funds should be is completely empty. What's wrong? No, it's not completely empty. There's a note where they used to be. Picks it up and studies it together with Helen. And later in the event, that's the character, I assume, in the outfit. Okay. Was there more, or was that it? And sometimes it can take a while for some more. Okay. We'll wait then a little bit more. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Transparent blue. Okay. So I assume that this is the outfit from the first game. All right, and then we have the damaged version of the outfit, which honestly is probably one of the best of the damaged outfits. I don't have a lot of them, do I? No, I don't. That's the one thing about the that I dislike about the stuff going through here is that they tend to end up going missing. I tend to end up not being able to look back through all of the stuff that had been sent through this, which is unfortunate, but this is good as well. Alright. I should buy some more. I backed them all up on the Discord, so no worries. Oh yeah, they are on the Discord? Good. Yay. Oh yeah, speaking of the Discord. What's that? Huh. Yeah, I just realized, speaking of the Discord, that I might be able to actually, as things currently are, actually get Discord properly on my computer. A doozy, highest bidder. Okay. That seems as I would expect. All right, then. I'm still not certain if that's the worst of these, but the first time it got censored, okay, sort of having a cloth in between the two. Not exactly the most, given that says the first, I'm going to assume the second and last. All right, so this was what it, yeah, I'm not at all surprised that they'd do that. They basically just went, okay, we were told that the dress no go, so we'll just add a fabric to cover it. Makes sense to me. Alright, this is how the CN sees it and has the most sense in the game due to this. Okay. Is that the coming up, or is that the second and last one? Oh, more. Alright. It is always interesting to end up seeing how everything ends up with. I'm not surprised that they'd have the different levels, though, because, again, kind of seems to have a weird level for things. Every skin she has was censored, but this is getting it twice. Is how she won that spot. Basically, the skin getting censored once, people still being annoyed by it. Also, the only one to get censored twice. Interesting. Okay. An interesting thing then. Alright. And was that it for that? Or oh nope, there's more. Alright. Default self and okay, so this is the default. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I expect for the damaged versions, to be honest. I expect more of that, because that seems to be what 90% of the damaged versions are. That never got censored. Really? Okay, then. I really don't understand the, yeah. Alright, then. And the damaged version, I can... Yeah, alright then. I assume that this is the next censored. Yeah, that makes sense. None of that yet surprises me. I can definitely see why that would get censored. The Daybreak's Whisper. Right. Daybreak's Whisper, the damaged version, which more or less is just a different position, more or less. Censored version. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. These kind of make sense. It's basically going from only essentially a robe to the character is actually wearing something underneath said robe. Makes sense for that to be one of the a great many ones that get itself all set up. All right. Some of these are ridiculous. Is this really the... Okay, I mean, this one kind of has ducks that were that. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, considering how most of these do, the fact that, like, the damaged version's not as bad as I would have expected. Alright, and then Secret Vows, the image actually loaded first. Wow. And then there's the damaged version. Not great. Never censored. Alright then. Yeah, I think they only really censor them if it gets brought up by somebody to have it censored. Alright. And then, yep, okay, these are the different layers. Alright then. I will leave those as in the small layer. Was there anything more, or was it just these two that had that? Just this. Okay. Yeah. All right, then. Those are rather an interesting one. All right. And with that, I think we're going to move on over to the Isotope Wars video. Alright. Oh. The age of the... Oh. And the formation have decayed to the point that their presence is negligible. Okay, all radioactive.
They say that the world of before was one of true desolation, where nothing grew and few things lived. A world of ice, where every dying breath taken brought you closer to the cold. A world molded by deities long forgotten, in rage of crimes we don't even remember committing. But 20,000 years ago, we were given a second chance.
Interesting. This is really kind of cool. Interesting. The great bring a time of warmth to the freezing planet. Life was yet again given a chance to flourish. Okay. On this dying world. Interesting. This is really cool.
The cruelty of the old world was lifted away in a great inferno, bringing to us a new era. An era of civilizations, culture, and technology. An era where we could carve our existence into the very face of our world. An era without the terror of before. An era of prosperity.
Interesting.
Our glistening cities came to sprawl over most of the planet, and our species flourished, coming to rule over all that lived. We turned this desolate world into a home,
I love the
one that would be kind to our children. And for a long time,
pixelated art
was.
style.
But all times come to an end, and with the ice at the poles becoming thicker, and the temperature dropping further, it is now without doubt that our era of prosperity is waning. And with the coming of natural apocalypse, as ice encroaches, something else boils under the surface. For all of Nevaean history there have been wars, nations merging with others, and great journeys of conquest. And over time, what was once thousands of countries have now coalesced into two great states. The southern continent of Orsis and the northern continent of Novus. For most of their mutual existence, the two great states were on the verge of total war. The only thing stopping them being the fear of retaliation. For that reason, it was in each state's best interest to produce a weapon so powerful that the enemy would not exist to retaliate. Resulting from this great arms race, many technological wonders were produced. The most powerful explosives ever conceived. Engines that could cross the intercontinental ocean in a matter of hours. Radars able to track any target in visual range.
Nice.
But in their 8-year arms race, no nation was victorious. Neither could exclusively create the war-ending weapon. And so, both great states had world-ending technology at their disposal.
Not good.
They talked about it. They talked about a war fought not with soldiers, but with civilians. Not with ground gain, but with bloodshed. A war without winners, only remainders. And in any other time, this concept of war would be enough deterrent for any state. But in desperate times, as resources become scarcer and political unrest stirs, desperate measures are called for. And the two great states, fearing the ceasing of their continued existence on an ending world, opted not to freeze, but to burn.
Those aren't good. I'm gonna go get this plate. These are really nice. They made super weapons, had scarcity. Okay, if I'm gonna die through inaction, I might as well die with action. Okay, so both sides died. Lovely. This is really well made. Oh, and there goes the weapons. Yay, carpet bombing. Lovely. These are some interesting designs for planes. Despite them only really being visible through shadow, you can kind of see...
There were no stars. The sky was blotted out in inferno, as it was 20,000 years ago. Bombs raining in their millions over air bases, harbors, farmlands, roads, and homes. Nothing was safe from the wrath of the two giants, whose fight brought fiery end to our era of prosperity.
Oof. Yeah. Not so great. This is really well animated. That's what, like 4 years later?
It has been 1 year since the war began, 1 year since the starless night, and 1 year since the era of prosperity came to its own fiery end. Since then, every night, bombers make their great voyage over the intercontinental ocean, coming and going to cause more destruction. Some never make it back. Now, almost every coastal and high-population city has been reduced to rubble. Hundreds of millions have died, and anyone that didn't is now displaced. And as our technology progresses, less and less of the continent is out of range, and more cities become targets. For the dwindling population of Orsus, to survive, you must move down, as far down as the living body can allow, into the freezing polar wastes. Many of us now live in bunkers, like this one. It houses 68 and maintains a warm temperature all year long. It has a good view of the local city. It was apparently once a small fishing town that relied on the second hiatus thawing of the lake for sustenance. Now, of course, it's almost always frozen. But the city's population has tripled in size since the beginning of the war. It's one of the few places out of range of the Novan missiles. It may be cold and lifeless, but it is safe. Safer than anywhere else.
Kansas 28, this is Tabelio 112. Do you receive?
Affirmative, Tabelio 112. We do receive.
Kansas 28, you are next in line for payload distribution.
Understood 112, we are on standby.
When the world feels like it's ending, it's been a long pastime of Nevaeans to stargaze. We wondered if the stars held something better for us, something more, if they could help us. And to an extent, for those back then, they did. They were a small thing to obsess over, to keep you going from day to day, even when the world we inhabited was one that we seemed no longer to be suited for. I guess it was still like that.
You may break from your place in formation and enter firing position.
Understood. Maneuver underway.
When you look to the south, you will always see the southern star of Meridionala. Her everlasting light has guided all who journey on the southern hemisphere.
Oh.
And there above, that's our moon, Russus. Her red surface reflects the light of Preclara onto Nevaeus' night side. Beside her is the planet Ingens, that distant speck, slowly moving in the night sky. For the longest time we thought it to be another star, but now, with the technologies of the war, we know it doesn't even have a solid surface. And it isn't the only one. Kerula, they call it. You can't see it with your eyes. The atmosphere blurs it into oblivion unless you're on a tall mountain with a telescope.
Interesting.
Maintain a cruising altitude of 1 strike 3 procul above sea level.
Understood. Maneuver underway.
And that's Annularis, the ring planet. Every few years, when an eclipse happens, she can become a small ring in the sky, like a tiny eye looking down at us.
Interesting.
It's believed to be the home of the dead. Being closer to the star than our planet, I have some hope it'll be warmer there.
112, we are in position. Permission to open doors.
Permission granted.
This is a very interesting story.
Engineer, what's your payload status?
All systems are nominal. We are good for launch.
112, this is NSYS 28. Our payload is good to launch.
You have permission to launch.
Payload is disconnected.
This is a really interesting design. I'm kind of curious how this was made, if this was entirely drawn, or if there's some model with a filter to it, or how this was done. This looks cool. Oh, there goes the fishing village. All lights go dark.
Tabellia 112, we are getting a strange height reading for our payload. Measurements say it has climbed to 20,000 procul. Could you check if this reading is accurate?
Copy, NSYS. We're getting the same reading. It's probably just a local instrument malfunction. Return to base 28. You have fulfilled your mission.
Huh.
4 targets splashed. We are getting some radar groups of the coast of Sector 48. All offshore friendlies confirm location. We're about to engage.
Missiles have been spotted off the northern peninsula. Make a request for the 12th Fleet.
12th Fleet, move over to Sector 38.
Huh.
Citadel, this is Station 48. We're getting a strange reading from the southernmost nova missile. Our instruments suggest that it's past 11 ampere-procul above sea level. Suspect instrument error. Can you confirm?
Yes, we are getting that value too.
But that's...
They have left the atmosphere.
Interesting. We've got a massive bomb that has somehow managed to be dropped and end up out of atmosphere. Interesting. Alright, entering back. Missile, yeah. It would technically be a missile, though it doesn't look like it has any control surfaces. So it's... Oh, now it sends. Oh, okay. I will pause this while the ads are running. I'll also check what this was sent as. Oh, back. Alright. Alright. Now we can back. Good. We'll finish that. Did the missile just flash? Oh, the missile blew up and shattered. Interesting.
Wow, it must be some kind of shooting star.
Huh. Summit.
Fires have spread to all coastal sectors. Response are hard at work, but the severity of fires mean that the spread will likely continue throughout the night. All which of Gelida are advised to evacuate.
Turn that off.
Bring only essentials
Yes,
for
sir.
survival.
Is it really so important they needed to drag us out here?
Yes, sir. They say this meeting could change the war effort.
Well, what is it?
Only they know.
Interesting. This looks to be... It looks to be what, a bi-rotor, twin-rotor helicopter? With the blades rather high
Over
up.
the past 3 Aidas, some major discoveries have been made regarding both Novan technology and strategy. Of course, most of you are aware of the 4-8 incident. What some of you may not know is that the incident has been replicated by Novus at least 3 times with intent.
So, the Novans are fully aware of their missiles' capabilities?
Yes.
Do we know for certain that these are all the tests they made?
We don't. It's possible they're doing experiments on the North Pole far beyond our sphere of intelligence, but it's unlikely, considering the Ensis Beta missile is theorized to require warmer temperatures to operate properly. We think they'll most likely be operated on the equator.
But their missile is the only thing capable of exiting the atmosphere, correct?
Yes. What this means is that Novus may be capable of establishing superiority over a new domain of war. Space. Untouchable by any current weapon at our disposal. It's for this reason we've initiated a program for exo-atmospheric technology research.
Interesting.
They've been working for half an Aida to design a missile with similar or superior capabilities to that of the Ensis Beta missile.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
In theoretical technologies, they've made much progress, but of the 3 test launches they've made, all have failed.
And why is that?
Varying things. The first and second missile launches had stability issues. They were both unable to reach above the mesosphere. The third was much the same before it experienced a catastrophic fuel ignition, causing its destruction.
Interesting. This is a really interesting design for all of this. This looks really cool.
If Novus can do it with the same engine technology, then why are our rockets failing?
None of our aircraft can rival the operating altitude of an Ensis Alpha bomber, so we'll have to make a rocket that can pierce the thick lower atmosphere. They want a double budget to do this, but considering our funds are needed elsewhere, we can't give it to them.
What are the risks of them having space dominance?
For now, we don't really know. It may be possible to set up a permanent installation in space, one that orbits the planet as a satellite. But considering the fact that Novus has only ever made small exo-atmospheric leaps, to our knowledge, it's unlikely they will be capable of achieving this for at least a year. Yes, Air Commander.
So, Does space dominance really pose much threat to national security, or is it all just theory?
For now, it's all theory.
Should we not keep on top of this, so we'll have the upper hand once it becomes a domain?
That's why we have the new program. They're hard at work as we speak.
But they don't have enough resources.
They're some of the best minds in Orsis. No doubt they'll make up for it. Anyways, onto more pressing subjects. A submarine off the Great Channel picked up signals from an Ensis bomber en route to a raid. They were being contacted by a Tibelio correspondent who gave them some orders and then played this strange recording.
Interesting.
This message played 3 times, likely to remove error. We think it's some kind of code, and our intelligence division theorizes it may be 2 separate coordinates. Currently, we have a few models for the signal's actual value.
What would these coordinates be for?
It seems pretty evident that if these are coordinates, Tibelios are telling Ensis bombers the exact locations their missiles must target. We checked the aftermath of missile hits the morning after we intercepted that Ensis signal and found 2 craters in Section 8-4.
So if we can intercept these signals, we can find out where strikes are going to happen before they do.
That's the theory. Now we just need to prove it.
And how do you plan to do that?
Scout Group Tower E12 are to move into standby positions on runway 4.
Alright then.
Scout Group Tower E12 are to move into standby positions on runway 4.
This is such an interesting story.
All secondary division pilots are to group up on track 2 for an operational debriefing. All secondary division pilots are to group up on track 2 for an operational debriefing.
A few hours ago, we lost a submarine along the 5th longitudinal. They had visual of an Ensis fleet and were relaying their radio chatter to our intel net before their feet went dark, and with it, their sonar beacon. This is likely the result of hostile action, which means that your aircraft is the only asset in the 5th sector with equipment capable of intercepting the new Nova and radio frequencies. We need you to get as close to them as possible, record their transmissions, and relay them to Oceanic Station 05. Understood?
Yes, sir.
A representative of the Intelligence Division will be coming with you. Under these unusual circumstances, he is the only one authorized to operate the Psi-12 radio equipment on this mission. He technically outranks you while you're in the air, so follow his directives and do not ask questions. Dismissed.
Pleasure to work with you.
This is an interesting story. I absolutely love this.
Tau Actual to Tau 312, report the status of your radio receiver. Affirmative Actual. Equipment performance reads nominal.
Alright.
Estimated position of the Ensis fleet is 143 ampleprocol north of your position. Continue on your vector, adjusting positive 18 pars north once you reach the coast. Close to within visual range of the target, and maneuver as necessary to keep the target within 9 pars of the visual horizon. Affirmative.
Alright.
Douse and go cold 312.
Alright.
About 48 ampleprocol from the target's predicted position. Copy, Actual. Going dark and cold.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see them. Banking now. I'm gonna try and run parallel to their flight path.
I have to assume that this is, like, animated in some... This looks...
Are we getting a signal, operator?
Really good.
Just keep quiet. Getting something faint.
And check that all fuel cells
There we go.
are above 64% capacity. If you are below that, report it immediately as the mission.
Aircraft are at nominal fuel capacity, maintaining a position above the Argonosphere.
Solid copy. All craft on this frequency cease communications. Beginning transmission of...
Why is this damn thing getting interference? Pilot, can you not fly straight?
Sorry, sir. It's turbulence. I can't fly over the currents. I don't want to risk us getting spotted.
There's no point in us being out here if I can't hear anything. So stay as level as possible and keep them in visual range.
I'm trying, sir. It's just not safe to keep going.
Start gaining altitude. I'm authorizing you to go up to 732 Procul above sea level. The mission hinges on getting this signal.
All right. I'll do it.
NSYS 83, stand by. Your codes are the following. NSYS 84, stand by. Your codes are as follows.
Is 2 transmissions enough? We really can't be up here this long. They'll spot us for sure.
Maintain your position until ordered otherwise.
NSYS 85, stand by. Your codes are as follows.
Cabello, this is NSYS A2. We just spotted an aircraft, negative 81 parsecs. It's within...
Go down. Go down now.
What is it? Sir?
We've been spotted.
We see it too. It's not on our frequencies. Must be enemy. Cabello, do we have permission to engage?
Granted. Engage at will.
What was that? Did you see that? Was that a missile?
We've been spiked. Begin evasive maneuvers, prepping countermeasures.
Got it. Going evasive.
Strike the altitude restrictions. They've already seen us. No point in trying to hide anymore. Our priority is relaying the recordings.
I'm on it, sir.
This is interesting. This is very cool. And they're very good at getting invested into the story and
We went for the flares.
The world.
Aircraft is undamaged.
Get us on the return line. We need distance, or we may not be so lucky with the next one.
Understood, sir.
I've got a link with the station. Beginning the transmission.
We're not out of it yet, sir. Visual contact on another missile. Off the tail, left side.
Shed auxiliaries. If we lighten our load, we can outrun it.
Alright.
If you say so, sir. Dropping tanks.
Don't worry, son. I've done this a time or two. What's the status of the transfer? We can't stay up here forever. We're out of flares. We need to get low and cold.
It isn't finished. We have to...
Stay this course. Whatever happens, we must complete our mission.
Yes, sir.
You let me know the instant that transfer completes, and then...
Contact! Incoming from overhead. I think it's another missile. What is that thing?
Pilot, focus.
It's strangely beautiful.
It's probably an oven rocket. Exo-atmospheric. That's supposed to be classified, but I guess that doesn't matter now.
Exo-atmos... what? Like, into space? That's possible?
That seems interesting. Oh yes. The target's gonna be the station they're sending the signal to or something, or...
Status, sir.
It's almost done. Just another... There! It's finished!
Okay, nose down, dive as hard as you can.
And there it goes. Oh, well, there they go.
Cow Actual, Specular 40, do you receive?
Copy, Cow Actual. We do receive.
40, we were tracking missiles incoming to your grid that have now gone off radar. Can you confirm hostile splashes and relay positions of where they hit?
We've had 3 hits just now. One at 211.3 at sector 2-9. One at 392, also sector 2-9. And one at 8812, sector 3-9.
Thank you, 4-0. Have a good
All right.
night.
Well, there they go. There went that plane and crew. But they completed their mission. This is a really cool story. And I assume that's the rocket. That's kind of cool. Nice. This is really cool. I greatly enjoyed this. Well, we'll let these, right. It does have a trailer for the series itself on his channel. Oh, I'll definitely check that out. I'm also gonna let the credits play each page so that people can actually look at these and that each one gets their time for everybody to see who's done what. Because these look really cool. Episode 4, scripts reviewed and edited by... Alright. And you said that he has a... let's see. Isotope Wars trailer. Remade compound. The deep alien. We wait for over a rock. It's a lot. Fire. This is really well made. Okay. Wow, so these are illustrated and animated with Krita? Nice. Man, that is really cool. That really does get me inspired to do more work on my own sci-fi stuff, or my own story, which I should probably get to doing actually, but it is so long. The process is long, and I like to procrastinate doing things. That really has inspired me to do something with that. But, alright. Yeah. Honestly, that looks really cool. Alrighty then. Alright. Was there anything else that you wanted me to check out tonight? Like if there was anything else you want me to check out tonight, or that's it for tonight, then we'll go find somebody to go raid. Oh, one sec. Alright. This makes me really want to do some work on my own story, and I think I've got a few ideas on how to do it well-ish. Which could be all I need to do. Well-ish. Main bit would be trying to get animations for things, and then how to do voice in a reasonable manner. Alright. First game having an idle thing. Damn it. I assume that it's having trouble loading. Alright. Well, let's see. As while I wait for that to load, I think I'm gonna move. Oh, there we go. There it is. Alright then. Interesting. I recognize who that character is. This Rebel, or whatever the character's name was. Do I recognize any of the other ones? Not really, though I really am bad at recognizing which characters are which anyway, so... I recognize that one from the thing we saw earlier with that, and that one because that headpiece is as distinct as it can get. I know I've seen, like, all of them look like ones that I've probably seen before, but I cannot pick out which one is which, so. But, meh. Alright, was that the main bit, or was there more? I assume there's more. There almost always is more. As while I wait for that to load, I want to check something. Huh. Okay. So it was UMP Leva. Okay. So it's Leva, Kukai, Yohi. Okay. Bella. Yeah. Satma 2, Suppo, and Fumi. Okay. I at least recognize. Okay, so this one was Leva. Okay. So Leva, Klukai. I don't know if I've seen or I don't think I've gotten that character yet, but I do recognize her. Okay. Also, this a couple hours ago. All right. Oh. Okay. Well, that's this. There we go. All right. What was this? Shut up. We'll pull up the isotopes for that. All right. So this is a little 2D. Interesting. Well, it seems interesting. Huh. All right then. Huh. Okay then. All right. Okay then. Okay. It's interesting. Yeah. Being the SP class, for skips that are used to contain other skips. Okay. A lot of, stuff that I don't really know much about, honestly. Don't really have any idea on any SCP, not SMP. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting. I like it. Ooh. I just had an idea for yeah, I just had an idea for something that's kind of cool, but that's for something for me to look at later doing. All right. Center D. All right. All right. Ah, they're playing IRNS too. Nice. All right. Yes. Oh, and if you can get it by Wednesday, we can play together. All right. I will try to get it. Not gonna be able to necessarily say I'll definitely have it, but I can try to get it. Either way, start the raid. So we'll raid and then we'll be all set up. So, and with that, I think I'm gonna say thank you all for coming out and watching. I've been Captain Pandraxis, signing off.